But if you guys do need to go to the wiki, there is a direct link to the wiki page under the stream.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, a podcast for things would be really interesting. We've got some really cool ideas in the works for OS Live. Like, tournaments are going to always be its main focus for sure, but we might start seeing a little bit more of this used in other places. I'm epically foreshadowing right now, but there's no guarantee.
When does foreshadowing stop being foreshadowing?
When we release a stream schedule, then it's no longer foreshadowing.
Where are you from? I'm from New Zealand.
And I'm from the good old US of A.
Hey, you actually finished the sentence this time.
Yeah, I figure I might as well, regardless of my opinions, just call it good old US of A. All right, so the Philippines is in with Sani Sani, Archwinnovirus, Nikana, and China has Zafang, Kafukino, and CERN.
Can we just quickly remind everyone that last weekend Cappuccino played every single map bar one with Hidden?
Oh man, I wonder if they're gonna play that ridiculous here with this one, because the difficulty has spiked up. Is he still going to be able to show that hidden swagger, or is it not going to happen?
I'm really looking forward to the warm-ups though. I'm expecting something just stupid.
Yet again, one more happy Chinese New Year, Year of the Rooster here, and Team China definitely enjoying their vacation. Well, I wouldn't say vacation, but holiday. And gonna have a really fun match here, and it looks like we're getting right into the first warm-up.
That title sounds familiar. Didn't we have this earlier?
I feel like the difficulty name is definitely the same. Oh no, please, let's not get right into the news. Twitch, I love you guys sometimes.
I do feel like we had this earlier. I don't know.
And Kafukino is actually going to keep that hidden on. So you are correct, Deadbeat.
This is the second one. Nope, this is the first warm-up.
Yeah, finding a double drop from Arkwin and Nikana. China doing relatively decent here, holding a decent combo. Zafang with a pretty decent one. Did find an early miss early on. CERN also finding a miss combo, starting to pull back up there. Kaku actually going to see a drop in that transition to the long note section. We've got little noodles, long noodles, all types of noodles, guys. As we see one more drop from there, Nikana as well. Scores are relatively close here. China is running ahead by about roughly 20,000-30,000 points as they break the million mark a little bit earlier than the Philippines. Philippines right on their tail. overall accuracies are pretty close. Kafu and CERN both holding that 99% is definitely what's giving them that edge. CERN also holding very high combo, as the combo has definitely capped out, so he's achieving maximum score that he can get at this moment.
Alright, sorry, alright. I guess it just got thrown off by Unicorn. But, yeah, this looks insane. Don't pay the.
And with this really crazy Marietta long note section here, you can really see China doing incredibly well and pulling that score gap really further in that section alone. And that is really good news for China with our long note picks here, as the releases are going to get even more difficult as we get further in. That score is going to continue to lean over to China's favor. Philippines doing incredibly well, keeping close score with China, but it does look like China has a little bit more preparation for maps like this. They seem a little bit more at home. Sani also finding a drop there. Mikana finding a drop as well. And this looks like it's going to be pretty easy for China to take this first warm-up here. These long note myriads here that come at the very end, very impressive to see most players go through that without too much trouble.
That looked insane. Oh, those long note sections look painful.
It's not as insane as it's gonna get. CERN, very impressive play there with only 22 200s, 1 100, 3 misses, and 1,000 to 1-4 ratio in favor of his Rainbow 300s. So that accuracy is on point.
That's actually kind of scary. Like, if that's what he's doing for the warm-ups, I don't even want to know what's going to happen for the main maps.
Alright.
Like nothing but full combos.
And it looks like the Philippines have sent in their warm-up link, and we should be getting that loaded in just a moment. Man, Deadbeat, you know, I'm still without a chair.
Oh, really?
Yep. I am bed casting, which is actually quite comfortable, not gonna lie.
You see, the sad thing is I could probably do the same thing. And it would be glorious. Oh, we got some Hellblind. Fantastic. I've not heard this one.
Oh man, when getting ready for the interview we did with Hellblind, I went through and listened to all of his stuff. And I mean, I knew a lot of his older stuff, but I didn't know too much of his new stuff.
So is this old on you?
I wouldn't know the exact date for it, but I can definitely a little bit later look that up. I have his entire discography now, so.
Oh, nice.
Yep. That was one kind of cool perk, getting to talk to him. He was like, yeah, man, I got you on the music front, which was pretty awesome. Ooh, CERN and Kafu both going really hardcore here. I'm going to take the flashlight for this warm-up. Very confident, and I like that. I like to see some confidence here. Trying to lean the scale in their favor. The only downside is this loses a lot of its potential pool if they can't win.
No, if I'm correct, that's mirroring Nikki's background? Oh wait, she's in the fourth of this. Like, I didn't watch the anime, so I don't remember the opening. Is this opening or ending? I don't remember either.
It's okay. It's okay.
I went fancy and read the manga. Which means I actually knew what happened before your friend else did.
Yeah, and as you can see, very bold move to take a flashlight here, but it is kind of hurting China as their accuracies are a little bit lower here, and Philippines definitely just going for the we want to warm up kind of approach, and you can definitely see the difference here. The elite skills might not be enough to pay the bills here, guys, as we are going to see the Philippines really pull ahead with this one, just holding incredibly high accuracies. Arkwin and Nikana both in the 99 bracket. Sani very close behind. Zafang holding very well. Kafukino and Cern, though, definitely feeling that flashlight pressure. That being said, though, 95 and 97% accuracy for a flashlight play is no laughing matter. That's very respectable. But the name of the game is winning, and that is not what you're going to be able to do here. Definitely a good way to get into their minds, though. If they were able to take a victory with double flashlight, though, that would absolutely crush any type of it crushed Philippines. I feel like, at least mentally. I would not want to go into the next match knowing I got KO'd by two guys that are rocking flashlight just for the lulz.
I don't know, I think I'd still do it. Just like counter back and play flashlight in the ancient map.
Yeah, and Twitch chat did kind of give you a bit of an update. This is the opening of their deadbeat.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely sounds like an opening song. I would be very surprised if this was an ending song. I don't watch much anime, but I've kind of seen enough to like get an idea of what's the opening and what's an ending.
Yeah. And for them asking how do they play like this, a lot of players, like where the zone that flashlight blocks out is usually about your vision line that you're going to want to use anyways. And you kind of go more off audio cues of the music than actually watching the notes. You get an idea of what has to be played, but you don't get a very long amount of time to understand where you've got to play those notes. But some people actually focus better with a very small judgment window and just notes in general. It gives you more time to focus on that pattern.
Well, look at that one. 3600, 3700, 3800, 39. Is he getting 4K?
Yep. He hits over the 4K mark. Not a single problem. Also, you guys are right in that aspect. It's not really going to help them at all here, as Flashlight doesn't really give any type of bonus. It's literally just a visual mod, and it allows them to, definitely bragging rights, if anything, but in a tournament situation, luckily this is a warm-up, so it doesn't really affect too much anything, but you would not see anyone going into Flashlight, at least I would hope not, with expects to win, especially when you're going up against Philippines. They are incredibly consistent, and you don't want to give them any kind of advantage if you don't have to. So, mostly this is just for bragging rights and just kind of a little bit of fun. That being said, it will go to the Philippines for that warm-up. pretty simple there. But like when you look at it, China, like Kafukino and CERN, literally only getting like 20 misses both respectively. 4 more misses on Kafu's side. But that's scary. Their accuracies are incredibly consistent as well.
4,860. No misses.
Well, yeah, I mean, Arkwin getting a full combo on his own map, it kind of takes away from it, from me at least. I mean, it was impressive play, don't get me wrong, but that's like me going and saying I can FC all my maps.
Yeah, but like, to be fair, a lot of your maps like under 4.5.
Yeah, if I could full combo, Rainbow Dash like Skurls, I'd probably be up in the top 100. I don't think anybody's full comboed it yet. At least not with halftime. I mean, with halftime, yeah. But
I actually want to have a real look at that, actually.
Go
that
for
does
it.
look like the bands went out. I think it was like a 16 to 81.
Yep. It looks like Monotune is going to be seeing a ban pretty quick. Yeah. This should be pretty interesting.
Alright, yeah, so yeah, trying to ban up Monotune. Which was, yeah, one of the 50s. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, and that makes a whole lot of sense. Nakana there saying pray for the keyboard. I hope nothing's too bad.
Ooh, nobody done got banned. No low PSV map.
And we should be seeing our first play in just a moment. That should be... Oh no, Swamp Thing!
Fantastic. Wait, so this was...
Yeah, so we're going to see a ban, Swamp Thing from Philippines, and... Oh, no, wait, Swamp Things is going to be their play.
Yeah, the Philippines banned out no money down, no monthly payments. Also, I think Z-Turk got attacked by possibly... I want to say a Luna.
Nope, it was the big one.
Diva?
Yeah. Anyway.
Diva. It's quite interesting because Philippines picks have been very sporadic. They haven't really had a level of consistency to them. Like if we look at their first picks, and we had Ihana, which was technical, Everlasting Message, which was consistency. You can have Borderlands, which is long notes, then Promise, which was technical.
Well, that's good though. I mean, getting a jack of all trades and that kind of stuff is definitely a good thing.
They definitely seem like technical and consistency maps, though.
Yeah, I mean, it should be pretty interesting to see.
Like in the second and third match in the group stage, they picked 2 technical maps, and then their quarterfinals they picked the consistency. So
And
you should probably keep an eye out for those.
Yeah, and I mean, it also really depends. Like, yeah, their picks might be technical and consistent, but it really also depends on like where the map pool is right now. And as we get further into it, you'll start to see them fall back on more what they feel is like most, good for them to score easy points here. Kafu and CERN are both going to go with Hidden though, which is kind of a bold choice in my opinion. I mean, if they can do it, more power to them, but I just don't see why visually you'd impair yourself like that going into a match. But right now, out of the gate, it is looking in their favor.
Well, I mean, you gotta remember, some people play better with Hidden. And as I was saying earlier, Cappuccino played with Bruce Hidden in all the maps last weekend. And there's the Cool Cat. Fantastic.
Yeah, we did see a little bit of a pause there from Nakana. Hopefully that doesn't hurt them too bad, but it does look like going into the top part of this map, we will see China pull a little bit further ahead. CERN and Kafu both holding the 1,000 combo mark with Zhang. And on the Philippines side, we see Arkwin and Sani both holding incredibly well, but Nakana finding that miss. We are going to see a drop from Zafang, though, that will help out a lot for the Philippines. Yeah,
I love how there's like these little breaks in the map where you can clearly see what the score difference is.
Yeah, and I mean, the score is starting to rise for the Philippines here, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. The accuracy tank that Kafu and Saren are getting from Hidden isn't very high. As you can see, they're in the upper parts of the 98%, 97% from Zafang, which is crazy. They have a higher accuracy than the person not using Hidden. And on the Philippine side, Nakana has brought their accuracy closer and closer to the 98 mark. Sani holding a decent combo, but the accuracy is definitely going to hurt him. Arkwin just doing what Arkwin does best, trying to win with a 98.8%. And you will find a miss there, which is going to hurt just a little bit here, but the scores are pretty close still.
I mean, this is definitely one of the closest map. Well, this is actually the closest map we've seen so far. And what's that, about a 30,000 point lead? Maybe 40,000 now, I guess?
Yeah, roughly. Kafu's still holding that incredible combo with Hidden there, like it's nobody's business. I know you guys would assume that he can't see too much. There is going to be a drop on his side, and he will get some vision back, which might help him out a little bit. But definitely bold move taking Hidden by China, as they want to go really strong into this.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it didn't do them any favors because they still took the point here from the looks of things. I mean, there is still a bit of the net to go, so that lead could still change, but it's looking pretty good for China here, I think.
Yeah, it is looking very well for China. As long as they can keep this up, they'll be fine.
They keep it.
Yep, they take that first point with a very impressive double Hidden play from Kafukino and Cern. China definitely wanting to make a mark with their first point there, taking that. Philippines definitely gave them a run for their money. Only about 60, 70,000 point difference.
It was 71,968. And it looks like we're going to be going into Sakura Suite next.
All right.
Which is a... Ho, yes.
Dude, I wonder if China's going to pull the double Hidden play with this one, too. This is a really ridiculous SV map. And taking that visual impairment, I just don't see that as being a good idea. I mean, really cool way to show off and show that you're really talented and ready to win, but I don't think that's a good idea for this one. This might be an easy point for the Philippines if China tries to stick with that mantra. And as you can see, that is straight out the window. They are not going to risk that here, and that's a very smart move on their side.
I still kind of would have wanted to see that.
Oh, dude, don't get me wrong. It would have been really cool to watch, but like from a player standpoint, it would have been really, really risky to do.
Murder. So last weekend we saw Cappuccino play one map without Hidden. I wonder if this week is going to be if this map will be the one he doesn't play with Hidden, and then the rest will just be Hidden again. Because after this, there's no more SP maps.
Yeah, and I mean that's a good way to kind of see that. Like, see, Hidden with that would have been absolutely crazy. These pauses and stuff like that. Especially, you got to see that's about like 400, 500 combo, and combo isn't really that important as you think, but with Hidden, it becomes a whole lot more important because the higher your full combo is at that point, the less amount of vision you get.
It was just so much fun watching people play these issue maps. But yes, this map does look a little bit more in favor of China actually. I mean, the last one we saw was pretty close for quite a good amount of the map.
Yeah, but this one
just seems a lot more one-sided.
Yeah, they've already gotten like about 160,000 point lead, and that is climbing incredibly quick.
That being said, it's actually quite surprising to see China, who's doing so well. Zhangfang actually seems to be quite a bit behind the rest of China. Nonetheless, I mean, Capuchino and by themselves are just destroying this.
Yeah, the score gap is getting really crazy here, and a lot of that has to do with Nakana's accuracy. The same with Sani. This SV map definitely does not seem to be their friend, having a lower end of 90%, and like it's very easy to see it in the score that accuracy and your overall combo, it adds up, and we haven't really seen the Philippines be able to hold a very high combo either, as we just see Zhangfang drop his combo, but with Capuchino and CERN both holding around way over the 1,500 mark. Capu actually hitting the 2K mark already. This one is looking like it's going to be pretty decisive for China. With that wrapping up, they will easily take that second point, so that is 2-0 in favor of China.
Wow, that was Capuchino's first DFC on that as well. Very impressive. Congratulations. So, what will we see next? Maybe a speed pick? Let's do pick the speed pick.
It is possible.
Oh, it's an LN.
Oh, a long note pick. Well, that makes sense. Oh man, that was funny. I'm sorry. All right, it looks like we'll be getting into this next one. See, that's why it looked familiar. There's another Xenocore difficulty there.
That would count. Anyway, this should be a good one indeed.
Yeah, this is the one you thought was chill, and then it wasn't chill.
Yeah. It's like a nana hit ya. Yep, here it goes. And there's all the long notes.
Yeah, and you could see Arkwin and Nakana having quite a bit of difficulty on the opening gate there. China really looking unscathed. CERN holding that 98%. Will find a miss on the slow part here, which is unfortunate. But everything's looking good. I'm not exactly sure what's going on Nakana's end, and I really hope that is just something on my side, but it looks like all hope has been given up. I'm not 100% sure. I hope. Are you seeing that too, Deadbeat?
Yeah.
Okay.
That definitely. Oh, there you guys again. But I mean, damage kind of already done. He's down to 54%.
Damage sunk in. That is quite unfortunate, but I mean, Jesus, there is no saving this one. Even if he full combos from this section on, I'm pretty sure the damage has been done. I mean, that gave them, what, a 200,000 point lead right out of the box?
I mean, it's going to take a miracle for Philippines to take one on this one.
I wonder if maybe he got called away from the keyboard at that second or something. It looked like he had one hand on one key. Maybe he had to like turn around and talk to someone. It's unfortunate, but like I don't feel he just gave up. There has to be a very valid reason as to why that went down. But regardless of how valid the reason might be or might not be, the damage is done. Oh yeah, the keyboard could have totally just died on him too. Twitch chat's right.
I was gonna say like one of those really fun Windows pop-ups.
Oh man, that would be so annoying.
Like, cause I could see that happening because it's happened before in the past with other World Cups.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not too much to cast on this match here. I mean, this is going to be an easy win for China. No contest, really, and it's unfortunate, but Nakana dropping like that at the beginning. Hopefully we'll get some kind of insight as to what happened. Very impressive play from CERN going on right now, and Arkwin and Sani both holding 97 par, which is pretty decent, but it's just that damage, 84%. There's no way you can really recover from that.
Well, I mean, he's done quite well to get back up to that point. I mean, he's coming from 55 to 84, which is still pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're kind of talking about what the potential things could be. And it might have been, like, super heavy client lag on his side. Like, I agree with them. One of our map pool guys, there's no way anybody would hold that one specific note for that long. So it was probably technical difficulties on his end, which is very unfortunate, but really nothing we can do. That's out of our hands, you know, once the match starts, unless you fully DC out, which is, I'm really surprised he didn't DC out.
I mean, again, it kind of depends on what happened, really.
Yeah, we'll get a little bit more information on that. In just a little bit. It's went from 200,000 to almost a 400,000 point difference. This one, there's literally no contest. China's going to get that victory 3-0 in favor of China.
Yep, and there we go. Ooh. We're going to see Morgan Gloat make an appearance. Time for a bit of consistency, I guess. This should be good.
Well, I'm sorry, Kami. I didn't know if you wanted your name spoken loud on stream, but yeah, I'm actually talking with Kamikaze, everybody. I'll go ahead and say that now. I was trying to be nice and not, like, put him on blast, but now I'm going to blast him because I didn't mean any disrespect by that.
I did.
But apparently Deadbeat did.
I was going to say that, actually, because I was hoping Nakana would get some insight, but we haven't seen any yet. Yeah, it's the countdown, so we're not going to see any insight as to what actually happened.
Faulty keyboard.
Oh, did he say that?
Well, some people in Twitch chat are saying that he did. I'd have to scroll through the actual tournament chat to find out for sure. But, I mean, if we see another problem like that in the next match, then it's almost confirmed for sure.
TBT Earl said, Nakana reason becomes keyboard is faulty. Okay, let's go to some Nakana actually sitting himself in here. I guess I missed it. Either way, it looks like they're hitting his back. Cappuccino just cannot live without it. That being said, I am quite happy that Cappuccino playing hit him. It's not something you see very often in Mania World Cups, people playing with more. it's a fairly rare occurrence, so I'm happy that at least one person has embraced it. But putting that aside, it does look like China is off to a pretty good lead here, up by about 50k?
Yeah, it's
Maybe
still
60.
pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, 50k is still quite a bit of a jump.
Yeah, and I mean, it is jumping further and further here. Very impressive three-way FC right now by China going on. And I mean, Kafu just going with hidden. Like, that's so ballsy, but it's awesome. It really is awesome. I mean, it's not affecting his play at all. It's like, so it's literally just nothing but props to him because it's not affecting his play and it looks really cool. I mean, yeah, he'll see a couple misses, but his overall accuracy isn't really dropping too low. It's unfortunate he saw misses though. I was just saying he did, and then he did. Because with hidden, you're gonna kind of see that. But it does look like with this map wrapping up, China will be able to secure another point, making this 4-0 in favor of China. Is this going to be the weekend of sweeps? Is that what's going on right now?
Well, I mean, let's look at it this way. Last weekend we saw 2 5-0s at the start, and then we saw 2 5-2s. So, I mean, the other thing is, I think last weekend both Korea and China took the first 2 matches. So
yeah, and I totally. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I wouldn't look too far into it just yet. We should see how the other 2 matches go, because they will be a better indication of if it will be, as Penn referred to it, a sweepy end.
Yeah, and, you know, like, I see Twitch chat talking about, like, how hidden is easier for some people to read, and that is very true. Also, we've seen people that use flashlight. October Screen was a Mania player for the 7 Key Cup. I do believe for the United Kingdom, if I'm not mistaken. I could be completely confusing him with the US, and if I am, I apologize, Screen. But yeah, he always used flashlight, and it just, once you learn a way to play and that becomes your most comfortable way to play, it doesn't really matter what it is. But for bragging rights alone, it looks incredibly cool because a lot of players associate hidden with being harder, when in reality it's just a visual modifier. It's not actually making the game any harder from memory. If you have the muscle memory for the map and you've played it enough times, hidden literally is not going to do anything. That's why you can hidden, in my opinion, probably shouldn't give score anymore. Maybe back in the beginning it was okay. I know it doesn't for Mania, but for other game modes it actually boosts. When in reality, if you put time investment into it, hidden can be overcome pretty simple. Because if you could do the map vanilla, you can do it with hidden.
I don't know. I still think hidden should get a small boost, because it does make some patterns within a lot of game modes particularly tricky.
Yeah. Kami, you are correct in stating that it was I think it was, oh man, I'm about to lose my crap. That conversation. Anyways,
let's just go back to the double hit and we've got here from
back to the match here. Yeah, looks like we're seeing a double hidden here again from China. Really confident in their abilities, and they do have that early lead out of here with the accuracy gate.
Quite close. It's about a 10,000 point lead, I think.
Yeah, it is very close here. If we see some mistakes on China's side, Philippines could potentially grab a point here. Kafu is going to find a miss, but Arkwin is going to just rebuttal that miss with a miss of his own. And that is going to keep the scores relatively close. That gap is slowly closing here, and they're kind of also going to find a drop. Accuracy remaining overall pretty high but that little bit of combo that China is holding over is going to give that little bit of a score boost in their favor. Accuracy-wise, though, it is pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, China are still like low in 99 upper 88%. And it looks like Philippines is over like 90% all around, but it's still a little bit lower. Let's see, we do have a few misses coming up from Cappuccino and Sen, so that might equalize the score a little bit, but I don't think it'll be enough to take the lead off them. Yeah, I mean the score gap is increasing quite a bit. I think it's about like 40k now.
Yeah, and China is, definitely trying to pull this in. I feel like with the new year coming in, they are definitely in the sweep end spirit here, trying to get the second sweep of today.
Yeah, they're trying to get it all right.
Oh no, you did not. You did not just do that.
I did. I did! Fight me.
No, I'm just mad I didn't think of it before you.
I like how this works. He's not mad that I said it. He's mad that he didn't think of it.
Tefang and Cern also going to find some misses. Nakana finding a miss on the Philippines side. Arkwin playing like he wants to win there. Definitely carrying the team with the highest overall accuracy at the point. But then it drops below, and now Sani is holding it. Arkwin definitely has the combo advantage there, but it's not going to be enough. Tefang actually finding a drop there, giving a little bit of hope that they might be able to pull this back up at the very end of the stretch. But Kafu finding a miss as well. Nakana also finding a miss. It's not going to be enough. It looks like China is going to be able to maintain this lead, and we are going to see a 5-0 in favor of China. It's looking like I don't see anything changing here as we get to the last long note. This hold is over, and we are going to see that 5-0 in favor of China. We are at potential match point.
I love how Zhang Feng got exactly 3,000 before he dropped. That is glorious, and looks like our next pick will actually be Tactical Rogue.
Yeah, Arkwin actually being the MVP in that match, just kicking all kinds of butt. Now, overall MVP would be Cern, but for Philippines, it was definitely Arkwin.
I think we were typical for okay, so it's a consistency for right. They're actually playing it pretty safe. Also, Detroit, you're being told to
I'm already so excited, and I don't even know. I should have watched the map pool showcase. I feel mad now.
Detroit, yeah, there you go, Detroit.
Oh yeah, I'm liking that already. Let's go. Come on, guys. Are we going to see a sweep? Definitely, get your support out there for the teams.
I'm just still glad we get some more Tenno from Cappuccino. Like, it's just become a standard at this point.
Oh, this is quite impressive here. At the beginning, China had it out of the gate, but now that we've gotten a little bit in, the early lead is on the Philippines side. Can they manage to hold this, though? That is the question.
Is this gonna be the dream? Is this gonna go to 5-1? Please just go to 5-1. I'm eagerly awaiting a 5-1 result now. So that doesn't look like China has actually taken the lead there, which is a bit of a shame, but I mean, when you look at the accuracy, it's slightly in favor of China, I'd say. Not by much, though.
Do early leads actually impact something? Well, yes, actually. I mean, if you manage to have that early lead, if you're not going to see a drop, chances are you can hold that lead. Although we did see some accuracy tank on the Philippines side, which gave that lead back over to China, but it is not by much at all. And if we see China make any type of mistake here, we could see the Philippines take it back. And with Kafu carrying that hidden, the ability for a single mistake is still a little bit higher on his side. But Sani will find a miss, and that is going to give China a little bit more breathing room in terms of making this an actual sweep.
Yeah, we also saw Arcton also drop as well, so really double miss from Philippines is definitely not what they were after. I think like that China are going to take either they had and just rolled it. But do really see him as the same thing, and Cappuccino. That score gap is starting to shrink quite a bit. That being said, Saren is kind of demolishing this map. I don't think he's dropped yet, and he's got 99.62%. I think China's looking pretty good, actually. I mean, it was pretty close, but they're still up by like 30-something K, which is should be enough to keep them in lead, even if they do choke a little bit here. Doesn't look like Ryan is kind of holding pretty consistent, but we do see another miss from Arkwin, so Arkwin didn't jump down to 97%, which is actually quite a surprise. I didn't expect his accuracy to tank that much.
Yeah, we actually see a crazy amount of misses from the Philippines there. Sani, Arkwin, and Nikana also dropping. Zafang and Kafu also finding some misses. But that score lead is just jumping over in their favor. CERN, just like a freaking machine here, man. 4K still going. Not seeing any type of drops on his side. Jesus.
Yeah, there is some crazy plays going on here, but I think at the end of the day, the score gap is too large and it's going to go to China. And I think that's about it. It looks like the end of the map. Yep, that's going to be it. So China will take this one 6-0 and will continue. Oh, actually, I think this win means they go up against South Korea next weekend. Oh, Z-Drop. China versus South Korea is happening now.
The sweepening, dude. Both teams got sweeps. Now they have to go up against each other. And hopefully not to get swept by the other.
Really hard that doesn't end up as a sweep. But yeah, it did kind of like hint that this was another upper bracket match. So Philippines are not out of it yet. They are still in the Mania World Cup. They have just been knocked down to the loser bracket.
Yeah, and let's go over the recap real quick for this. We see that the first match was Swamp Thing, then and we saw a victory from China. All these are victories from China, obviously. Sakura Sweets was the second. In the third one, we saw Chikio Sago no Kana Haku Wo, Morgan Glute, and then is that Heliquins? And
Heliquins.
Then and then Tactical Railroad.
They're pretty interesting. Diversity of maps. 2 speed, 2 consistencies, an F3 and an alien. We we have not seen any of the technical maps yet. Earth Hour, the Flood, and